And thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. It's finally here, the sunshine. For the first time, things are looking a little more summer-like. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Lagu. Jeremy, dare I say it was kind of hot today?
It was. I mean, I'll give it to you. I'm kind of there. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I rode my bike back to work after my little dinner break, and that was at 8:30 p.m., and I was sweating. It's still warm, 65 degrees, 65 degrees, and overnight our temperatures fall. Look, we fall all the way back into the mid 40s. By 7 a.m., we hit 50. By 9 a.m., 62. By 11 a.m., 71. That puts us more than an hour and a half ahead of where we were today in terms of all of that heat. What winds up happening is our temperatures bump up more. We're near 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. I do think we hit it here in Spokane. Around town, I think you're right around there. 82 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday. It is a full-on weekend of summer-like warmth. We build in this beautiful ridge of high pressure that keeps us that warm. But keep in mind, all of our bodies of water right now are around 40 degrees or 45 degrees, so exercise caution.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Now to a story that we first brought you last night. Spokane Public Schools confirming the teen who drowned in the Spokane River was a student at Yasahura Middle School. It happened at around 7 o'clock last night. Rescuers say 4 kids jumped into the water near Riverfront Park, but only 3 made it out safely. In our effort to bring you more to every story, we asked the Spokane Fire Department how to stay safe in open water. They said, first and foremost, the Spokane River is more dangerous than it looks. Even if it seems calm, there are strong undercurrents.
Water near the edge of the river moves a lot slower than water in the center of the channel. So if you're jumping off a bridge or something and you think, you've looked at the water by the shore, it's not moving very fast. So the center channel can be moving quite a bit faster.
They also said water in lakes and rivers are colder than you might expect right now, even with the warm air temperatures. So even if you're a strong swimmer, cold water can put your body into shock. The fire department says to stay safe, always wear a life jacket, don't go alone, and swim in designated areas. In 2020, an entire class of high school seniors graduated but were not able to walk. Now it's been 4 years since those initial COVID-19 lockdowns, enough time for those students to go through college. So tonight, our Nicole Hernandez talked to one of them who graduates this weekend. Nicole?
So Mark, I first met with Micah Bell when he was graduating from high school. When I say I met, I mean we talked over Zoom because we were in the middle of COVID lockdowns. This is a look at him back 4 years ago. We had to talk virtually then when he was graduating from University High School and he was going to go to Gonzaga University. Now though, after all this time, I finally got to meet Micah and his family in person. Time. It's a weird thing.
This is a Japanese rhinoceros beetle.
4 years can be a long time.
I've been studying here for the past 4 years.
Enough for Micah Bell to become an expert in something.
This one's from Taiwan.
But also not really that long.
It's gone by very fast.
4 years. The time between each Summer Olympics, the lifespan of a hummingbird.
Yeah.
Oh, and how long Micah has been waiting to finally walk.
This year I get to walk across the stage for the first time. I'm super excited for that.
It's been a long time coming.
When I first got here, there wasn't a lot of things going on campus.
COVID made the first few years go by a bit slow.
It was pretty difficult during lockdown and there wasn't that much connection.
That time changed Micah and his classmates.
Realizing the importance of having other people around and being able to be in person with people has really made us more social and more dependent on each other.
You know what didn't change in that time, though?
We are so proud of him.
How proud Micah's parents are.
Mind-blowing, really. I mean, he's won awards, he's traveled to Japan, he's traveled to the Cascades, he's done so many amazing things.
And from here, the years are going to just keep ticking by.
Next, I'm heading to Harvard University for a post-bac research program.
In just a few weeks, it'll be time for Micah to leave Spokane.
Excited to work on something else and kind of start a new project in a new era.
A new era, one that'll probably fly by. Most students, like Micah, are getting their redemption ceremonies this year. Some are not. Several universities across the country have canceled their graduations for this year because of protests on campus. In studio, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much, and good luck to Micah. Well, speaking of COVID, a new group of COVID variants is circulating in the U.S., and it's sparking concerns of a potential summer wave. The family of variants is nicknamed Flirt. The latest data from the CDC shows they account for 1 in 4 infections across the country. Experts say the symptoms are similar to the previous variants, but the virus is also continuing to evolve, becoming more contagious. And for many of us, the pandemic feels like a distant memory, but many seniors are still struggling to leave it behind, suffering from depression and anxiety. The National Coalition on Aging reports that 30% of American adults are still experiencing mental health struggles from the pandemic. Homage Senior Services in Western Washington offers free counseling to anyone over the age of 60. Last year alone, they saw nearly 800 seniors. They say unaddressed trauma like isolation and losing loved ones can have lasting effects, even premature death.
Pay attention to what's going on. If your loved one stops socializing, stops going out to events, and really just kind of withdraws, that can be signs of depression. We need to pay attention to that.
She says things may never be the same in a post-COVID world, but at least now seniors know they're not alone. President Joe Biden will be in Seattle tomorrow through much of Saturday. While no public appearances are planned, there will be at least 2 private fundraising events for his 2024 re-election campaign. Biden has recently drawn criticism over his handling of the Israel-Hamas conflict. He's even been the target of several protests. Protesters are expected in Seattle during his visit. And now to our Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories. Spokane Valley completed an independent investigation into the conduct of Councilman Al Merkel. Investigators interviewed 22 people who decided Councilmember Merkel has a pattern of disrespectful and intimidating behavior towards city staff, including reports of him raising his voice, calling someone incompetent, and barging into staff members' offices unannounced. Ultimately, the investigators said Merkel violated the city's governance manual, but he's cleared of any legal wrongdoing.
I have taken the steps of providing a separate workspace for Councilmember Merkel that is away from most city employees.
It is clearer than ever that this entire investigation has been nothing more than an ineffective council member and city bureaucrat who have been plotting since before I came to office to fight my valid questions.
Merkel says this investigation was a waste of time and money. Both Merkel and Hamann agree, though, it is time to get back to city business. The Spokane City Council voted to remove the community safety levy from the upcoming August ballot after a request from Mayor Lisa Brown. Mayor Brown announced that need for a levy last month to address the city's $50 million budget deficit. But now she says it's best to postpone it during the mid-year budget review. The mayor says she still believes the city needs it, but wants to take more time to inform voters about the implications of it passing or failing. The man accused of shooting another driver with a BB gun on the South Hill made his first court appearance today. 30-year-old Alexander Neyes was arrested yesterday after allegedly shooting another driver in the head near 29th and Ray with a BB gun. Police say that victim's driver's side window was shot out in what appears to be a road rage incident. The victim was treated for minor injuries. Hayes bond is set at $50,000. He's due back in court on May 21st. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. The state of Washington says it is taking legal action against the Seattle Catholic Archdiocese for refusing to cooperate with an investigation into child sex abuse allegations at 3 Catholic churches. The Attorney General's office says it's looking into whether the churches use charitable funds to cover up abuse. The state asked a judge to force the church to turn over documents that have not been made public. Well, today an advocacy group read a statement from a survivor about the need for more transparency.
There needs to be an acknowledgement that protecting abusers is being an accomplice to the crime of clerical sexual abuse.
I'm sad that my team has to go before a judge to force the church to provide documents that it has. That is sad to me.
The Archdiocese of Seattle says it is cooperating, that they have already turned over some of the requested information. It says it takes this very seriously and is taking steps to prevent abuse. The Diocese of Spokane responded to that subpoena. They say any accounts of abuse within the past 20 years are public. They also say they are unaware of any new cases of child sexual abuse. If someone has information of one, the diocese says to contact law enforcement.